Hi, good morning. I am Scott Forcino, Associate Broker with eXp Realty in New York City metro area. Founded PlugIntro so people can meet who they should know, and it solves the two problems that we all have, that we need more people to meet and we need enough value to offer them something so they want to work with us. We have today Jessica Coen, very important mortgage professional locally. We want to hear all about her ideas with regard to this market and lending and what she brings to her referral partners and clients. Good morning, Jessica.
Hi, good morning, Scott. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me to your platform. Very
I am
happy
so
to be here.
I'm so happy. I love to talk to lenders who actually know some of the people I know. So tell me about you. I mean, how long are you in the business?
I've been in the business since, I'm not going to give you my age, but I was in the business since I was 21.
Okay.
Started as a mortgage broker back in Puerto Rico
Hmm.
and moved to New York in 2004.
I
So
see. Long
yeah,
time.
long time.
Great. Well, you only been in the business 7 years, then it sounds like, from
Yeah,
21.
since I was a baby.
Right. Okay, great. What company are you with?
I am currently with U.S. Mortgage Corporation.
I
They are
see.
a direct lender.
Hmm. What's the benefit of being with a direct lender? I don't know.
It is different at this stage of my career is what makes more sense for me. Operating an independent branch for a direct lender, a nationwide lender. I've been in the broker side, I've been in the correspondent side, and at this time is what makes more sense for me and my clients to be able to have more control of the transaction in
Hmm.
terms of processing, underwriting, being able to offer loans in all 50 states because they are a nationwide lender.
I
So that
see.
was important for me.
What does a client gain? What advantage they gain by being with a direct lender?
We underwrite our loans. Some of them we keep it in house. eh, After they close, so we can do servicing on some a few of them. So pretty much we work with a team that is dedicated to close these loans. That's all we care about, closing your loans, from processing to underwriting to senior management. And for me, that was important to be with a company that had a long reputation in the market, that it was local to New York. And I found that with US Mortgage.
I think that's fantastic. There's so much stress associated with these closings now with the market shifting. How have you seen any changes, or what do you forecast for the rest of the year?
Well, it's definitely 2020 and 2021 were normal still years. And we are back to the times that we really need to make sure that we are providing excellent service to our clients or to our referral partners. And that we know is a purchase market, pretty much the refis. They could come back. There's still some people that will benefit from refinances, but it's a heavily purchase market where you really need to lock relationships with realtors, make sure that you provide that service to your realtors, and to your referral partners and your clients.
I think that's paramount. Is that where your businesses derive, referrals and client relations?
Yes, so we are locally here in the Bronx in Pelham Bay, and our 95% of our customers are referred by other clients, by our attorneys, our real estate agents, the community. So we are deep into the Pelham Bay community, the Bronx, what is the New York market, people relocating to other states like Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Florida. So we are able to provide that service, guide our clients from point A to A and beyond closing. So I'm very grateful because most of my clients are clients, repetitive clients from 10 years ago. And that's the
Mm,
type of business that we do here.
that's impressive. That's trust, because they don't do what others are doing now. They're looking online, and I have a comment on that, because I don't know if you saw the Super Bowl. There was the Rocket Mortgage for the 60 seconds was $30 million.
Yes.
So if you look at the landscape here, trust is under attack. And I mean, all the venture capital on Wall Street, all the technology is trying to take and direct the consumer directly to the lender. They're skipping the realtor, they're skipping the friend, they're skipping someone in the neighborhood who said, you got to work with Jessica. She took care of our family so well and all of our friends. So it's so important now to do the job of creating these relations, because with your kind of company, as I'm believing, and I believe you when you tell me that you start from beginning to end, versus someone on an app, on a phone with an 800 number at a call center who will never reach you back. And what if there's an issue before closing?
No, Scott, you are completely right. It is important that the way us lenders and realtors are going to compete with these online companies is by establishing deep roots in the community, because that's the way you provide more than just being another lender. You are here. My clients can come into my office if there's an issue, that we can sit and talk. We are more than just a bank. We are going to be here to guide you, because we know that how important we are owners as well. My team, I have a team here with me. And we understand how important is this transaction in someone's life. I always tell my loan officers, you have so much power in your hands. You can make someone's life so beautiful, but you can make it a disaster too.
It's so
And
true. And the lawyers know their stuff, of course. I practice in this field. The contract comes and contract goes. You make sure that your clients' rights are protected. The realtors do a great job getting people to the contract. However, the rest of it is on you. I mean, the sellers want money. They don't want a fun time. They want this to be done. And you folks are the ones that are the fuel of the transaction. Without a loan, there's no transaction. It's fantastic what you do.
correct. So we take the approach of being a consultant for them. It is so important. It's the most important decision, I guess, after marriage. Is one of the important decisions that you are going to make in your life. And we have a really good network of realtors, attorneys that I have been working for many, many years, relationships that have gone way and beyond. And I believe that's important to have as a lender on your side. And as a realtor, we team up. It's not we are the lender, you are the realtor, you're the attorney. No, we are a team on this transaction because we have a common goal that is our client.
That's a great point. These are so collaborative, these transactions, especially in a tight-knit community such as yours, or others around the country. It could be Denver, it could be St. Louis, but there are neighborhoods and communities. And when I say collaboration, it's also collaboration with the other side, the sellers, the buyers, and the inspectors. I mean, let us know who works into your deal. I'd love to, let our crowd know who would work on either side to get this deal closed.
Correct. So we try to make sure that we are all in sync when we're working in a transaction, because at the end of the day, we want the same goal. We want this client to be a homeowner. And I know that this process can be sometimes overwhelming for them. So that's why we try to make it as smooth as possible. If there comes problems, be upfront about them, not hide, just be honest, be transparent, and find a solution. It's all about that.
Mm-hmm. These transactions are really rarely adversarial. When things go really crazy and people are crazy themselves, they get bad. But in almost all cases, everyone has the same goal. And the listing agent should be working closely, I think, with the title insurance company. Everyone should be willing to get the surveys and to make sure the searches are done. It serves everyone. And you know what? Everyone's purpose, and those are just the professionals. The people want to move on with their life for the school and the retirement and the family and the, decorating. And it's such, like you said, it's such an emotional thing. Your home, come on.
It is. It is an emotional. It is important. You have the livelihood of a family in your hands, or even if it's a single person. It's so an emotional process, and that's why we try to understand where they are standing, trying to be empathetic towards their situation. And right. That's why I attribute that after 20 years, I'm still here standing.
Mm-hmm. God bless. Well, it's a kind of an irony where people would think that the professionals are all out for themselves and they're at each other's throats. Ironically, I found recently that the people who are professionals and are here to serve the client are really interested in working together because they have so many transactions to do. And it seems that the person who steps out. For instance, if you go to Rocket or Quicken, you might be the weirdo because everyone expects you to close and you haven't done your stuff. And for Jessica or the realtor, I should say the other way, the realtors don't have a Jessica to say, what's going on here? Did they do the appraisal? I mean, the buyer might come in without realizing they're the problem because they're not playing nice with everyone else.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's so important in this industry. One of the sayings that I keep repeating myself is collaboration over competition, right? We are all in this together. And it sounds a little cliche, but it's the truth, especially when you're dealing with complex situations, complex financial situations, and especially a state like New York, where you're navigating different attorneys, different personalities.
Sure. I've seen recently out in Long Island where when a realtor makes an offer, they want to know who's the lawyer, who's the lender, and who's the inspector because they think, I don't need to get involved with that gang. I got this other gang who we've worked with in the past and it went well. So that's it. I mean, that I never saw before. That's pretty interesting where it becomes a team offer. Isn't that crazy?
It is, and it's important for realtors because they know, at least the ones that I work with, and they know that they can contact us and ask us any questions, any structured loans, especially these times with the appraisal gaps, helping them present those offers. They get us involved on the offer presentation, and we come up with a strong strategy to make sure that our clients' offers are not ignored and that we have a plan B, especially with appraisals that have been a touchy subject recently
Mm-hmm.
because of pricings increasing. We come up with a complete strategy. This is what we're going to do. And we talk with the attorneys as well, get the attorneys involved. And that's the beauty of working with someone local that you can sit down at the office. You can go out for lunch or coffee, whatever it might be, and discuss your client's situation because they're complex and they require, it's just not taking an application and call it a day. It requires a structure and a strategy to make sure that you win in this market.
Absolutely. And I love people and the power of loose connections has impacted me so greatly. I'm happy that I met you through many, many mutual friends.
Yeah.
One of my positions is that in real life, the power of loose connections was fantastic where you meet someone at school or one of your friends, family members. However, now that we carry around these supercomputers in our pocket, why wouldn't we use a digital platform such as PlugIntro where you can connect with people limitlessly and, in your case, offer a business platform to agents that benefit greatly by meeting the contacts in their area? That's the point. I mean, we have this tool and it's largely been ignored. If we have the power of loose connections where anything can happen and if the law of reciprocity says that, Jessica, I keep introducing you to my contacts, maybe you'll do something for me. And if you don't, maybe others will. But I think it's about giving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's so important more than ever. I share with you that that's how I came back into the Bronx market because I left the market for quite some years. When I came back, social media was the strategy to get the bank where I was at the time, to get it on the map and get this connection with realtors that I didn't have to be begging on their doors. We connected in an organic way
Mm-hmm.
through social media. So it's very important to participate on all these platforms, especially this one that you're putting together.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I made the hashtag up, stop the chase. So instead of you knocking on doors with agents who say, I have relationships, because of course they did, they're successful, they got here. But over time, if you nurture them and provide value and demonstrate that you are a great choice for their clients and their clients are really, really happy, that's, that's what's done. I give credit to the vendors like yourself who've made such an impact on agents and their success.
Definitely interesting working here in the Bronx. I've been here since 2005. I started business in the Bronx and I left a little bit to Manhattan for a couple of years, but then I came back because definitely it's a great market. I forgot to mention we speak Spanish. That's my
Mhm.
first language, if you haven't noticed by now, my accent. So all my team
Beautiful.
work is Spanish speaking. So we are heavily in the Spanish community here in the Bronx, and
That's
for me
great
that's
because
very important.
I know that that opens up doors, and there's so many people who are new Americans and realize the dream through home ownership, and that's
Yeah.
really another great thing. I want to tell you that there's also everyone's in business, so there's a business strategy here with PlugIntro where right now you're early on, and this is an opportunity for you to invite people to something that is yours. This PlugIntro platform will be the right pronunciation is Coen. Okay, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your platform. There, you have the first mover advantage, so to speak. You will have the opportunity to provide real value, and I hate that overused phrase, but that means that when agents have relationships with other banks, that's fantastic. I understand that maybe we're not going to necessarily go after those people, but to invite them to a group that you're in, that we administer, is a real fantastic chance to let them see not only what you do with mortgages, but who you know. For instance, I have a 500 person group, and I have about 20 something people that want to work exclusively with me. So you will have that opportunity to invite agents. They will have the opportunity to have a 300, 400 person group, and there'll be another organization that is just interested in doing work with them exclusively. So you will be able to do something that your competition doesn't have. Your competition is not providing a means and a method and a staff to maximize their local exposure. So you might not have a relationship with an agent, but there's an opportunity for you to allow them to be introduced to your contacts and contacts, friends and people. And so there will be an opportunity for an agent to make a decision. Do I want to work with Jessica because I've met so many people, or do I want to maintain a relation with someone who's done a great job for me? And I think they'll do both. And some may never consider you, but so what? You're not buying them a steak dinner. We all know, while we're RESPA compliant, how much we've done for agents, how much time we've spent. And even if you've gone to the lunches and the dinners, you're not everywhere. I know you sleep. You can't go out every night of the week. So and winter's bad, and COVID was terrible. So look how much we're limited by time, by space, by people have obligations. I have 2 kids at home. I can't go out 2 nights a week. I wish I could. I used to, but I can't. So with PlugIntro, you cut through all of that. And if you had to say to an agent, hey, check out this website, Facebook, it's really cool, they might say, I never heard of that. Well, the fact is they're already there. So you don't have to get anyone to do anything. They're already, it's like you're in a restaurant and you said, let's go to the private room where we're having, coffee and cake. They're already in the restaurant. They're not home in their pajamas. That would be tough. You can't get me out of my house. I'm in pajamas and watching Netflix. But they're already in the restaurant. So come on by for the VIP special party. So they're on Facebook. You're on Facebook. And PlugIntro carved out a little piece of Facebook for you and all the agents and all the people that will come thereafter. That's what's powerful about it. And,
Great.
we have
Yeah.
people across the country using it. And let me tell you, I treat, and Sophie treats people like you or your agents as clients. We work for you. I mean, we are committed to putting hundreds of people. Now, last thing I'll say is, today's Friday at 5:00, there will be more people in my group. So more people saw me this week, and I can tell you the numbers. Whereas how many agents know who became aware of them each week? Nobody, right? So we have a system where we invited you, you would invite them, and then we would instruct those agents and those human beings to invite their contacts. The minute it gets past the first generation, once the first people invite their friends, none of them knew Jessica. Those are all good people for you and your people. So that's powerful. So we're
Absolutely. And thank you. Thank you for pushing me
oh yeah, but
and
people, it's a new
contacting.
thing. I saw value. If I see you positively impacting others, I said, yeah, of course. Look, Jessica doesn't know what the hell this is, so we got to just let her see it. But I want to. I mean, we're just talking. Sophie's going to cut up the video. I want to ask you
Yep.
more about, if it's okay, what who you'd like to meet. I mean, because we're looking generations down the road. We're hoping that your agents invite people, and those people invite people, and so on and so on. Who is, so let me ask Jessica, who are some people that you really would like to meet, that in the agent referral area and those potential clients?
Those are, we need to reach them via social media because we're not physically there. So I
Mm-hmm.
think this will be great
Social
tool.
media to me is a great way to reach out, but the problem with social media is you hope you attract the right, what is it, bees? Yeah, the right bees with honey. If they're not interested in your post, plus you're competing with people, I have a way, and we have a way now, where I have some important title company people who, of course, work with realtors. So to me, offering that title person a chance to learn more about you and you to refer business and them to introduce you to their vast contacts. I have some connections in Miami. And that's important. I think it's always got to come from giving.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, social media is not giving. It's a look at me post. Look on Facebook. It's just that's the problem. And they always tell me if you've seen this. People ask for things. Who knows? Blah 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 blah. Right?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
say, I'm amazed that these agents want to show the world that they don't have a plumber or electrician or an accountant in their contacts.
yeah. I'm looking forward to learn more about how to use this platform to the max level.
Right.
Uh,
Well, we'll show you, and we're here to show everyone how it works. It's the simplest thing in the world. There's only one button to press, and that is invite. When
mhm.
someone's in the invitation, they learn what it is. They know for sure it comes from you, or the realtors will know that it comes from you, or the people will know that it comes from the realtors and you. So it's like just inviting them out. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, but the important thing is you're offering something beneficial to others, and they see you as a giver, not a taker.
I always believe that people should shop. They shouldn't be sell.
Yeah,
So
right.
selling without selling, that's my motto. And I believe that if I can provide a platform for them, that would be great.
Hmm. It's important, and we've enjoyed meeting the people, putting it together. I have agents in other states that have really benefited. And keep in mind, this is a video series. We're going to do 2 of these a month with you, and this lives within your local business platform. And the internet and Amazon has taken over so much business. That's why it's even more important, I think, to keep a connection with a local person that needs that go to the local sneaker store, go to the local grocery, because they're under attack. The world changed so much that so much of we know is under attack.
Absolutely. I come from a small business family, and basically that's why I try to do, if I need a vendor for an event, I try to get someone local to do it because
Mhm.
I know small businesses. That's how I was able to get my education and get my career because of my grandparents that were small business owners.
What kind of
So I
business
know
was that?
ah,
What kind of business?
it was in Puerto Rico bar. They own
Sure.
a bar. They started with a supermarket, but then when big chains move into town, they have to reinvent their business, and they open a bar.
Wow, I've been in Puerto Rico a few times. I thought the funniest thing about bars there was you could pick up your drink and leave with it, because that
Yeah,
was we started that in COVID, but I knew that in the 80s, where it was called takeaway, right? It's the
yeah.
Caribbean phrase, takeaway. And I said, "What's takeaway? Take your beer and go away."
Yeah, no, in Puerto Rico it's very different. We were young and we were at the bar. You can't have a young person at a bar here underage.
Oh no.
Uh,
The, the,
so yeah,
the
so
first
that
time
part, yeah.
I tried, the first time I tried flan
Oh,
was in a bar. This is amazing.
yeah, it is. So I lived there until I was 27. That's where all my family is.
Nice. Well, I've been to some places. I went to El Jonque,
El Yunque, yeah.
right? That was scary. And I'd love to know some more secret spots you could tell me.
Yep. I'm from Calle, from the mountains.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
Very nice.
That's good stuff. Listen, and I love that it has its own culture, but they're as American as anyone else. That's fantastic.
Yep, yep.
It's a great community. Well, listen, there's so much to be done. Do you know agents in Puerto Rico?
Actually, yeah, because I remember I started as a mortgage broker in Puerto Rico. I
Okay.
do have my broker's license, real estate
So we have
license.
a whole, I mean, there's so much we can do. There's so much. I mean, listen, I tell lenders every day, the simplest thing is invite your realtors so they
Mm,
love you. We do the work. I mean, this can blow you up into so much exposure where you collaborate with them. And I mean, this would be hard to do yourself. Any person making videos. That's why you did the Natalia video,
yes,
but you didn't do another one
correct. That was
because
spontaneous.
it was spontaneous. I get you. And you know, people talk about Facebook Lives. You know, we could talk about it more and more, but I think that being on Facebook, and I call that the wide open ocean, is hard because it's your competition's there and you look like everyone else. I mean,
Yeah.
I scroll through my I have all realtors and lenders and so on, closing, awards, ceremonies, this gala, it doesn't end, right? There needs to be a way to distinguish. I'm really proud to include you, and I'm looking so forward to working with the agents that we both know. And by the way, they know your name. You get all the credit. We do all the work behind the scenes, and we're going to create a very, very powerful platform just for you. I mean, just yours. You'll be the anchor to this business success.
Awesome. I'm looking forward, Scott,
Yeah.
to continue.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
A great conversation. We'll send this to you and we'll put it out there today.
Okay. Thank you. Have a
Take
good
care.
day.
Bye now.